Welcome to our annual performance review. Happens once a year. We've collected your feedback on rating the show. And it really comes down to one question. Will you hire us or fire us for another year on Twitch? Let's find out. We're gonna get right into it. This year's performance review has been assembled. I'm going into this much like the Oscars or Academy Award. It's been audited and everything's been sealed. I haven't seen any of this, so I don't know what we're about to see. But here we go. Yeah, we're gonna start with some reviewer stats. Okay, over the past year, some reviewer stats. This you know, let's go to a larger breakdown here. Okay, this is
Someone get this man a red coat.
Look, it's been a battle of a year. Okay, our feedback has been contabulated from a wide array of individuals. Okay, 7.4% are not subbed.
Are you kidding me?
18.9%, 0 to 3 months. 14% in the 4 to 6 region. 20.9% in the 6 to 12, and 38.7 a year or greater. This isn't the overall pie. These are the people that filled out HR reports. Just in general, it's a side note.
Can we please get some dang packs spam?
It's been an increase in sub feedback from 2021 by 11.1%. Okay, so more people this year have filled out HR reports than ever before. Okay, these are this is the percentage of banana slices. This is coming from a 75% banana quotient, meaning that 75% of the people that filled out HR reports were here for some of the most important moments.
I was there. I was
in the past year of the show.
I was a rookie.
All right. So this past year, okay, what is the best thing that happened on the show in the past year? Let's get right into it. Someone said Cuphead, Dang Pax, or the Pokemon Nuzlocke, or even mentioned Isaac Pace. Let me go back to here. Okay. But an overwhelming 50% of the responses were Melania. These are direct spellings, by the way. Direct spellings. Melania. Okay. You know, that's a, you know, it's interesting. I'm not sure how to take that, but you know what it is. Melania was the best thing that happened on the show last year. Okay. Hold on. I think another comment is coming through. I don't know what any of this is. I put full-fledged trust in the HR production team. The best thing that happened was you trying to gaslight me when I was collecting brownies. Watch you make up stories setting false narratives, a common red tactic to deny me trades that little actually hinder me. You went so far as to blacklist anyone who traded me until you realized how bad that would make you look. I'm sure you'd like to make people think you changed your mind because of the quality of the trades, but we have filmed you being told misinformation multiple times. You've been told this since day one looking at the brownie collection. The truth is you only backtrack because you realized how bad it was look, driving more people to trade me. It's okay. I expect no less from someone who would make their kids cry by switching up the lyrics on Boys to Men classic End of the Road. So next time you try your underhead, just remember the 596 choices. If they didn't want this to have the brownies, they would have said no. They could have hit the decline button without ever looking at my deals, but at the end they chose to hold the brownies. Even then, the hold the brownies did not only do so out of spite, not only for blacklist because simple wish hold of fear. However, how could I ever fall for that? No, sirs. Despite your best efforts, despite your rallying cry to stop the brownie migration, I collected the brownie trinity, the 101, the full arts, the rainbows. It was inevitable. This was going to happen. Like how Klay Thompson, the Warriors, won another championship while Depot enjoyed his days off in Cancun. On top of all that, I own a self-minted brownie. Look at it, admire it, desire it. You aren't getting it. Good day, sir. Not sure how this made it in the performance room, but we'll keep it moving here. Sorry about that. I thought we got rid of all the Team Blue submissions. Let's proceed with the review. Let's do it. What is the worst thing that happened on the show in the past year? Any guesses? Chad, any guesses? Melania? Banana slices. Despite the call to Jared, I do answer, providing the entertainment. About 10% of the HR committee agreed that the Comcast ravioli saga was the worst part of the show this year. We are willing to overlook this review as it was not within your control. However, you may be held accountable for these next comments. I will say this. This is maybe a little fourth wall revenue potential situations. Since the situation, Comcast has reached out and is looking to put together a deal to rectify the wrongs. I'm not saying that we've signed any ink or we're waiting on the contract right now. We'll see how that works out. Incoming sponsorship, maybe. All right. Stalling. Lost Alaskan says immense gatekeeping based on suffer course strategies chosen for maximum stalling. Thanarod says an increase in stalling as the beginning of the show. As someone who works from home while watching the show, the first hour or two of the show is the time I get to be engaged and watch the most. This year in particular, I feel like that's also where the least gameplay and action happened, which often leaves me disappointed. It seems like half the time he's opening the game. At the same time, I have to start joining conference calls and I don't get to participate. Thanarod. That sounds like a Microsoft Teams issue and maybe not a show issue. Just tell them you can't make it. The amount of stalling is honestly the only thing that turns me off from watching. The times you pretend you don't see something or know where you're going is the most cringe part.
Do I often cringe while I'm watching? You better believe I do.
I would just like to clarify one thing at this HR is that the times you pretend you don't see something. I don't want to break it to you, but like, it's not pretending. So is that more or less cringe? All right. There's one more thing that a few people are pretty upset about. It's a small crowd, but you haven't listened to them, and we're afraid we filed a complaint. Surely you got the papers when the officers served them in the morning, right? What is this? 596 lawsuit.mp4?
Class action complaint for a civil case.
Excuse me? I heard the words class action.
Class action complaint for a civil case alleging breach of contract. Plaintiffs, the 596, chat, lurkers, VOD Martys, and YouTube frogs.
I'm getting
on behalf
sued?
of themselves and all others similarly situated, bring this action against defendants Daniel Robert Giesling,
What?
aka Dan Giesling, and the Dan Giesling Show, seeking damages caused by defendant's breach of contract and to request necessary equitable
Breach of contract? What do you mean?
and ancillary relief for the class, as defined below, from the defendants for not completing the highly anticipated and beloved Hollow Knight playthrough.
Wait, but see, there was a clause. There was a clause in the contract.
Defendant Daniel Robert Giesling, aka Dan Giesling, is an individual and is the broadcaster, content creator, owner, and operator of the Dan Giesling Show. Giesling's last known address is the Big Brother House circa 2012. The Dan Giesling Show is a limited liability corporation that produces a live streaming clean, positive, entertaining.
You know, it's limited liability means we're not liable for things in a contract. That's what it means.
Entertainment show primarily focused on opening highly coveted digital trading cards and showcasing the fighting prowess of a fictional video game character known as Melania, Blade of Macaulay. The show's last known address is Twitch TV Dan Giesling every Monday through Friday.
Last known address that may change in the near future.
At 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, in 2021, on or about October 3rd, Giesling premiered a trailer for a new segment of the show, a Hollow Knight playthrough to be completed on Wednesday nights in October.
This is all true, Your Honor? This is all this evidence that's submitted has been true?
While this playthrough was not specifically designated with the Pace Picante moniker,
True. Very true. So you can't come after us for that.
a plain reading of the trailer's language was that this was to be a complete playthrough.
Where does that say complete playthrough?
Combined with Giesling's history of not being a quitter, the 596 plaintiffs relied on this implied promise of a full playthrough and adjusted their sleep schedules to be present for the momentous occasion.
Implied. The implied is 1/3 of the law. Okay?
By October
Welcome, brand new
27,
subscriber.
2021, the last Wednesday of the month, Giesling had not completed the playthrough. The 596 plaintiffs granted Giesling an extension on the terms of the original contract due to technical issues that contributed to the initial breach of contract, with the expectation that Giesling would continue to play the game as promised.
But we did play it. It was played.
Giesling provided a small amount of additional Hollow Knight gameplay in accordance with the aforementioned agreement. However, the show has not aired any such Hollow Knight gameplay in the past 8 months, and the playthrough remains incomplete. As alleged in this complaint, defendants undertook a promise.
I'm a little scared right now. I'm a little scared. I feel like I did something wrong.
To provide the 596 plaintiffs with a complete Hollow Knight playthrough and failed to deliver, directly and proximately causing foreseeable emotional distress and loss of entertainment. The 596 plaintiffs seek relief for themselves.
Wait. You're looking for damages? Damages?
And the proposed class as follows: judgment against the defendants for specific performance of the contract, requiring them to complete the Hollow Knight playthrough, and other relief the court deems necessary, up to and including ordering defendant Giesling wear a blue shirt until the
Your Honor, that's extremely egregious.
contract is fulfilled. Disclaimers: this lawsuit is for entertainment purposes only. I don't even practice in this area of law. Don't file a bar complaint against me. No bugs were harmed in the making of this bit.
Since when can you get sued in an HR review? Is that actually something that can happen? I would say thank you to Queen of Sprinkles for suing us with the help of Rinny X, but I'm not going to say that.
Class action.
So keep it moving. Yeah, Saul, can you get on that? Yeah, I wasn't expecting to be ambushed either by that. Yeah. You have the location of both the lawyer and the people that filed the class action lawsuit. You're gonna take care of it off the books. Yeah, whatever it takes. Okay. All right. So sorry about that. I had to take a personal call. What was the show? What since last year? What has the show improved upon since the last review? 22% said there's been less stall. 32% said sticking to the platter. 26.2 says variety, and 18.7% say starting the stream on time. We'll take that. Clean rating. Okay, this is an important one, chat. You know the show is founded on 3 things. What was a perfect clean rating is out of 10. Okay? Over the past year, what did we get? 2021, 9.15, almost perfect. 2022,
Are you kidding me?
8.8. It's like a 30% decrease. Positivity rating. I think we were like 9.9 last year. 9.82. I'd expect a little bump up. A little bump up. Hob clips, Bayonetta, Fuda went from G to PG. How much of that? The Squeaks arc. Too much Hob influence. Uvalva, Fuda, Hob Smash, Squeaks, Pre-Jack, and some BM, okay? Positivity. We keep things very... Look, let's go prop bet here. Let's go prop bet. You got to think about everything that's happened, right? Comcast arc, Melania, prop bet. Is the positivity rating going to be higher in 2022? I don't see how it couldn't be. It would have to be higher. .82 is pretty high. Yeah, but we should be at like 9.9. 9.82 is way too. You voted this last year in the HR review. Sorry, excuse me. The information you gave me based on a performance review last year, HR said that was the rating. I didn't mean to raise my voice at you. Okay, this year.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, it's fine. It's okay. This one hurt. This one, okay, I get. You know, Bayonetta, I understand. Okay, entertainment rating, chat. Entertainment rating. Last year, 9.4. Out of all three of these, if I were a betting man,
This kid is going to gamble.
I would gamble that this is going up. Like clean, okay, I'll be honest. I'll lose a little bit of sleep over clean dropping about 30%. Positivity, it's same ballpark. If entertainment goes down, this is not gonna look good for us. It's not gonna look good. Like I'll lose sleep if this number goes down. All right, thank you, chat. Thank you. So, while we did decline in 2 of the main 3 tenets of the show, was it worth it in the end? We'll find out, chat. We'll find out. Okay. An additional assessment was completed based on the previous ratings by HR specialists, Average Atlas, and Zeppelin. Okay. Take a look at this. Oh, it's a video. Excuse me. I saw MP4 and thought it was an MP3.
Good evening, Mr. Giesling. I am Average Atlas.
And I am Zeppelin.
And as you know, it's time for the 2022 annual performance
Wait.
review. Good evening, Mr. Giesling.
The mouths are moving?
That is new tech.
Where should I go for this? Right here? I don't want to block you. All right, turn the volume up. I got you.
Good evening, Mr. Giesling. I am Average Atlas.
And I am Zeppelin.
And as you know, it's time for the 2022 annual performance review.
Real quick, a little context in case you don't know. Average Atlas and Zeppelin worked in the same office. Literally the same office. There's 2 desks in it. They didn't know each other. They went to the job. One of them started watching the show, like on the 3rd monitor where the other person couldn't see it. The other person did the same thing. And then they found each other in chat. That's 100% true. And they were in the same office. So now, and then they're like, hey, you, me, you. Maybe I took some liberties with that story, but it's pretty close. Okay, here we go.
Now, normally we would enter this conference room with great pleasure as we take time to break down moments of max pogicity, kindicity, and several other high points highlighting the 3 pillars of the community: cleanliness, positivity, and entertainment.
It is unfortunate, Mr. Giesling, that we do not get to do this, but instead review items brought to us by the department head of one of those 3 pillars.
Jed, I gotta go. I have to go.
We're calling this segment Moments of Questionable Cleanliness.
Let's start with item number 1.
TOS? TOS everywhere! I don't know if I'm supposed to be laughing. That's serious.
Item number 1.
TOS? That's not my. That's the, I didn't make it.
TOS.
I didn't. Look, what did I do wrong? I didn't make the game. I didn't know this was coming. I never saw anything, so I don't know, like, what are we guilty of here?
This wasn't the only reported incident of T-Tour's abuse. Observe item number 2.
We could review all reports of this event, but we don't have that kind of time.
T-Tour's abuse is not the only type of record.
T-Tour's abuse, chat? I don't even hear any T-Tours. Where, chat, do you even hear?
This wasn't the only report.
Where do you even hear T-Tours in there?
TOS? TOS everywhere! TOS!
Okay, fine. 1 T-Tours. 1 is defined as abuse. 1? There's not even a... They just... Look at the second clip. There's no T-Tours in it.
This wasn't the only reported incident of T-Tour's abuse. Observe item number 2.
Listen. I didn't hear anything.
We could review all reports of this event, but we don't have that kind of time.
T-Tour's abuse is not the only type of recorded incident on file. For example,
Furry.
Wait. Are you sure this is... Wait. I don't remember doing that. Wait, is this real?
Furry.
I don't remember that.
There was also an infraction involving a certain Google image search around this time as well.
No, look. It's not in my search results, chat. It's in the advertisements.
these reportable offenses go beyond what is spoken, Mr. Giesling. As covered in our company handbook, questionable gestures may be reported to the Department of Cleanliness, such as...
So you got 2 fingers. 1 would be pointed at... I've never been to an HR meeting where the bosses...
Brand new subscriber.
the bosses are making faces at you like that. Like, can we get a little bit of... You know? And can I at least explain my case here? At me for just doing this, and the other would be pointed at Con. So this is what the fingers look like. Scissors. It's the angle, right? So like if you look at this at the wrong angle, yeah, sure, but it wasn't like that. It was like this. Why are they making faces at me, chat?
Ultimately, these moments of questionable cleanliness are covered under the entertainment clause loophole.
Saved?
And we're just 2 voices in a sea of voices.
Saved?
Just know, if you had to place us into a bucket of hire or fire, you'd find us in the grand red bucket of hire.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Giesling.
Yo!
We'll see you for the 2023 evaluation.
Hey, I knew I liked these 2. I knew I liked them. The old bait and switch, I can learn.
Just 2 fingers.
I know I can learn something from them. Average Atlas and Zeppelin, thank you for defending us in this slaughtering. I mean HR review. Appreciate it. Well done. Very well done. I have some hope now. I have some hope. Average Atlas and Zeppelin stood up from the sea of HR people saying fire. We'll see what happens. What is the one area of the show that needs the most improvement? A bit more variety on the platter. I love my cheeseburger, but sometimes I want a meatball from Sant Dog Millionaire. We know what you can do. You could take the bun off of the hamburger and smash it up yourself and eat it. More variety, less one game parentheses pace unasked for. Taking over the show for a while. More collabs? Question mark? Mr. Meeman. Yeah. You want collabs? I can refer you back to some older VODs. More duo streams with other streamers. Rookism. Team Red could use some more dang coin. I'm working on that. Pace Picani challenge timing. The deadline must be well thought out with real consequence. set in advance for failing to beat the challenge. Can't beat it in time, game gets thrown from the platter. Fallout 2X? Yeah, what happened to Fallout 4? You shouldn't throw stones at an unfinished game. More blue shirts, ex-jorgs. This improvement was self-inserted by a member of Team Blue. Not approved by the remainder of the HR team. Virus.exe? Who is this from?
Hey Dan. Hey 596.
Self-promo? Self-promo in an HR review? Kind of like it.
Hope you guys are enjoying today's performance review. But you know, one thing that I haven't seen a lot of people talk about yet is that what if we just replace Dan with someone else? You know, sometimes...
Only been here for 5 months, but I'd hire you again in an instant.
Oh. So you're saying the show goes on, but there's just someone else sitting here. New Dan Plus?
You know, sometimes the story writers, they need to switch things up, you know? Like, it can get boring watching the same main character again and again and again. Like, what if we switched it up like this?
Are you kidding me?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Friday edition of the show. Super excited to be here today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys are brand new, we have 3 simple goals. Goal number 1, keep things clean. Doesn't matter if your little brother, little sister, your
cousin, your Meemaw, your grandpa, your Uncle Skip. That's my line! He's delivering the same timbre!
Doesn't matter who's watching. You don't have to worry about obscenities being thrown around here. Goal number 2 around these parts. We got to keep things positive. There's going to be adverse situations,
difficult scenarios, things that just make you say,
Baloney, they need another star. They got one who has completely quit on them.
If you guys are brand new around these parts, always got to know that the mug is half full.
I didn't hit that button. That's from him.
Even when it's empty.
I don't laugh during that part.
And goal number 3,
entertainment. Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime. All our networks produce shows. This is the show today on the show.
Huh? How was that? See, we might have hit something gold there. You know, we can get T-edits, RiniX, we can get them on that. See if it...
Wait. Not only are you taking the show, you're taking the production team?
It changes up the format a bit. You never know, you know? Sometimes change is good. But other than that, Dan, you've been doing a great job this...
No. You don't get to do all that and then just put a little bow on it and say, yeah, it's good job, kid. You don't get to do that. You don't get to do that.
Sometimes change is good. But other than that, Dan, you've been doing a great job.
Yeah, it's real sincere. Yeah, I can tell you're sincere.
Personally through the DM.
Yep, I see how sincere you are.
The show helped during a very rough period of time earlier in the year.
I believe you.
Stop stalling. And I'm Team Blue.
You know what I was about to do, chat? You know what I was about to do? How do I get back to that scene? I was about to
New Dan Plus seems cool.
I was about to do / shout out the Fox's Left Ear on Twitch. I was going to say be sure to follow him, but you know what? I think a lot of you already just did that. Fox's Left Ear. I'd say thank you, but you may have just been the straw that got us fired. What are your future goals and expectations of the show? I think that's a little bit egregious to assume that there's gonna be a show next year. My goal is to retain my job for the next year. Can I have some more pace challenges, Mr. Giesling? From Geck. Bring back DSPN, says Platinum Fox. Pokemon Heart Gold Nuzlocke, please, Brett Anna Deluski. Crazy Casino Bets, Bearded Joe. Are we allowed to say that word on Twitch? More Pogs, more stalls, more pace, more packs, Kevin the Goose. Greater than 10 kilobytes a second, Bogman. More stalling, less gameplay time. Insert low pitching kazoo effect. Okay. I would love to see more boomer content. Like you playing more anime and more Pokemon and talking anime. Schlomsky. What? Boomer content? What does that even mean? Dang Packs expansion into a fun game, Nightmare 5000. You're not supposed to access the redacted files. HR freeform feedback.
Are you kidding me?
This wasn't a part of the performance review last year. Freeform? Freeform? That means like it opens up not just those three nice little buttoned up segment, it opens up everything? Alright, fine. Alright, here we go. Hello. Can I still submit a performance review? Gnocchi Main. Last Minute Marty.
Mr. Giesling, welcome.
Anakin? Darth? Darth?
Mr. Giesling.
You can have whatever you want. You can have whatever you want. Whatever you want, you can have it.
Welcome to your 2022 performance review. There's much to discuss, but in the interest of time, I will keep this brief. First of all, can
we hire you to do VO on our next trailer for our next game? That would be my first of all.
First of all, congratulations on defeating Melania, Elden Ring, and Cuphead.
Thank you.
Your perseverance has not gone unnoticed. However, there are many areas in which you could improve. Number 1, an incredible lack of dial. Number 2, your willingness to succumb to the whim of one guy.
Is he talking about getting one guide?
And number 3, consequential of the previous points, your lack of fiduciary responsibility to Team Red.
Wait, I can explain that. There's a certain vernacular and winks that I give Team Red to go all in on certain prop bets, and other times I'm like, hey, take it off the table.
And the uneven distribution of channel points to the blue bettors. Despite your flaws, we still see you as a valuable asset to our portfolio, and we look forward to a coming year. 9 out of 10.
Didn't feel like a 9 out of 10. Didn't feel like a 9 out of 10. Felt like a 10 out of 10 VO work. Look, I would never grease the palms of people who are submitting HR reports, but can you slide in the DM so we can get you to VO our next trailer? Gnocchi, man. I'm officially afraid of you. And I'm not convinced you're not James Earl Jones. Okay, let's move on to the next one. HR manager Stonerberg provided the committee with an extensive review. Please note this has been updated to adhere to the show's extremely strict non-stalling runtime. Stonerberg.
Go ahead, feel free.
Let me turn the volume down. Look, Stonerberg, I'll tell you right now, I'm going to send you a microphone.
Go ahead, feel free, edit this however you want. You're doing extremely well. If
Thank
I
you.
were in HR, I would retain you for the coming year, no questions asked.
Okay, what about your microphone, though?
You're doing what you set out to do.
Hold on, real quick. What's right there? Is that a mirror? Is this a mirror right here? The Beatles? Is that Manja right there? Is that, oh, let's go full, is that Manja? Is that Manja? Right there, in the shelf?
Set out to do. Would not give you a 10% merit-based raise.
Wait. You're talking raise?
Exceeds expectation, but
So we're doing well, so you're going to reduce our pay by 20 to 25% and soft capped us based on the number of sub over X amount of arbitrary dollars platform-wide and change our split? Is that what you're saying, Stonerberg? Globally, across the
but I definitely give you more than a cost of living adjustment.
Thank you
for soliciting this feedback. Maybe a 6% raise.
But 6% raise minus the 28% decrease.
For the coming year. Really happy to be part of the community. Really happy to be able to watch you do what you do. Thanks for everything and all the best moving forward.
Yo, can we get some easy clap in the chat for Stonerberg for trying to balance the corporation's decisions? Thanks, Stonerberg. You brought some light. Well done. We got to get you a microphone, though. I'll get you a microphone. Arrow Eagle wants to know about airdrops. Please note that the one-of-one banning of Nathan occurred after the recording of this review. Okay?
Hi, Dan. It's Arrow Eagle. You may remember me from modding your Twitch channel and for being the #1 ranked Discord chatter in the community Discord.
I'm trying to decide. Is that to assert a weird flex or to assert HR positioning?
I'm a huge fan of your work. You know what I'm not a huge fan of?
Are you guys getting any static? I'm getting some static. Are you getting? I'm getting some static. I think there's something wrong with this audio recording. Oh, Stonerberg, can you change microphones?
Unfulfilled airdrops. I can just hear it in your voice now. What do you mean?
What do you mean? Unfulfilled airdrops. There's an 18-month lead time on those.
What I mean is the laundry list of airdrops that haven't been delivered yet.
Fair.
Do you remember Gargoyles? Or the Bird Drop? Do you remember Vacation Stream #1? Or Vacation Stream #2? What about the first DPOG 10 graded card? How about Poglin? Do you remember finally beating Margit after like 130 something attempts?
There's no way these are all airdrops. There's no way these are all airdrops.
You know what? That fight took a while, so I'm going to give you a pass on it.
Thank you.
Do you even remember what rampant speculation on May 13th was?
What did you just say? Rampant speculation.
Because I don't.
I don't either. I don't even think that's a real one. So that one, we'll just erase that one.
How about Cursed Ravioli on July 26th?
Nope, we'll just erase that one too.
How about the merch airdrop?
Yes. That's not on me, though.
Or what about Cuphead main game pace?
Working on it.
Or Cuphead DLC pace?
Not working on it.
And then, of course, there's Monkey Island.
What? We never played the new Monkey Island.
By my count, that's 13
There's a
out there.
Wait, there's a glitch here.
Third out there.
3, you saying?
I count. That's third out there.
3 of them. 3. Oh, well, of the 3 we can 3.
That's third out there in the ether.
3.
Waiting to be dropped lovingly into their owners' collections. Think of all the community members that are clamoring to have something to commemorate all of the time you spent nudging a dead bird into a deep hole. Or the fine folks that bought melted bumpy cake. Daniel, this is an intervention. We care about you, but you're on thin ice.
Chat, it just so happened we shipped out the cakes on the hottest day in the year, all right? We get a little pass for that? Thanks for bringing those to my attention. So is there really 13? We'll work on it. Another one? Dang Dev Performance Review.mp4. There's absolutely no collusion with any notable members of the community in the making of this video. Now I feel like I'm getting fired. This is like when you're on that Zoom call and the CEO shows up and you're like, oh,
Are you kidding me?
this isn't good. Not good. Not good. Like I feel like I need to actually have some reports ready right now. I honestly, I feel like I'm in trouble.
Hey Dan, thanks so much for joining us for your performance review from the DangPax dev team. We really appreciate you being so open to constructive criticism. Kat and I have been talking, and we've seen some really great accomplishments and some great strengths.
Thank you.
We've also seen some areas for opportunity, maybe some...
Chat, I'm not really a part of the corporate world. What does areas for opportunity mean? What does that mean? Corpa?
things we can do differently in the future.
Okay, I'm all ears.
Talk to you about that. If you're ready, we can just jump right in.
Decoy's absolutely right. So many strengths.
Is this Cat? That was I've never seen him. No, that's not true.
And yet a few opportunities for us to discuss. So Decoy, how about you get us started with perhaps the most important strength, trust.
Wait, I'm totally distracted by the setup. Like, your one word, my eyes immediately went to shiny thing. Look at that mouse. Look at that mouse. What else we got going here? Cop flexing the brownies. Wait, that's collusion. That's not a part of your collection. What do you got against Switch? Also, you got the red ink variant and a Rubik's Cube. All right, let me rewind here. I was not paying attention at all.
If you're ready, we can just jump right in.
All right, let's jump into it.
Decoy's absolutely right. So many strengths and yet a few opportunities for us to discuss.
Okay, so I feel like I'm going to get in trouble, but not fired.
So Decoy, how about you get us started with perhaps the most important strength, trust.
I think trust is a huge strength. We've broken the site plenty of times, sometimes for a while, but you still come back and trusted us to make the right decisions for the site.
Real quick, this is not BM. Chat, do you ever seen the show? It's on Netflix. The guy from Friday Night Lights.
As a developer, you couldn't really ask for anything better, so we really appreciate it.
We most certainly do.
Also, real quick, just look, I'm totally distracted because I've never seen Decoy or Cat.
Developer, you couldn't really.
We need to get look at the difference in camera between this. Is not what should be focused at, but this is where my mind is. Decoy's camera.
Ask for anything better, so we really appreciate it.
Look at Cat's at like 120 frames a second.
We most certainly do.
Sorry.
And to trust us additionally.
Okay, yes.
Not only managing the team, bringing on awesome community members.
Yes, you've done a great job.
And Electric Onion.
Yes.
But you allow us a lot of flexibility creatively, which can be a scary thing.
Chat, in case you don't know, let me give some context and let me, like, I got to focus now. So this is Cat and Decoy, who, like, all the brain work behind PAX. Like, that's who you're looking at right now, which is cool to see him.
Flexibility creatively, which can be a scary thing, given that this is absolutely the most popular segment of the show. Now, let's talk about that next strength of yours, passion.
That just a little subtle humor delivered with extreme wit.
Your excitement for the project is contagious. We love seeing you pog significantly out of your gourd for features as small as filter options on a list.
They're amazing.
That energy is what gives us energy and keeps us motivated to want to work on this thing with you. Your vision for this project is great. I don't know where you come up with these ideas, but you do, and you give me the opportunity to work on them, and I'm really thankful for it.
Chat, can we get some heart spam in chat? Cat, Sensei, and Decoy. Like this, I was expecting to get roasted. What's the actor's name? What's the actor's name? Kyle Chandler? Can I start calling you Kyle?
We really are, Dan. Especially when we get to see you in the community pogging over awesome new features.
Wait. What is this code in here for? Up, up, down, down, left. Left, right, left, right.
Well, I think we've covered all of the strengths. Let's move on to the opportunities for improvement.
That's the end of the video, right? Like it's gonna fade to black. Fade to black. All right. If I had to guess, 90% of the video is over. So we're gonna look at the bar at the bottom. 90% is over.
Starting with how you go about asking for features.
I'm always very polite. Chad, how do I ask for features? I say, don't do that. Don't do that.
I think we got too many ways to get feature requests right now, Dan. We've got about 30 channels in the dev Discord. Sometimes you message to them on Twitch. Sometimes you just tell us in stream what you're thinking about.
Very transparent.
And it's a feature request. You even put a feature request in the Christmas card you sent me this year.
No, I didn't.
All I'm saying is, maybe if we had a single spot, we might be able to get to a couple hundred.
I didn't do that.
So true. And we've really been lucky to have Melfina help wrangle the requests, but with some few minor adjustments, we think you can make it easier for everyone.
So here's my thing. The requests don't come from me. Like really all this is in chat. Like here, let me show you who this is directed at. So like I know this is all directed at me, but it's really you can't see it. It's really directed at you. This is a mirror. Like when you guys ask for all that stuff, oh, I missed a pack. Like they're really talking to you right now. They're not talking to me.
Now, let's talk about the next opportunity for improvement, which once you've made a feature request, how you go about communicating the requirements.
So let me just defend myself before you hear any misinformation. Okay, I'll say, hey, it would be cool if we could do this, and then I get out of the way and just say, I don't say anything. Like I'm just like, yeah, just do it. Like yeah, like that's called coding, creativity, and freedom. No, I don't say.
Dan, I don't speak Danglish very well. There's been a couple times where it's taken me longer to understand what the feature text is saying.
Not true.
Than it's taken me to actually implement it.
That's not true.
I'm saying maybe we could move a little faster if the requirements were somewhat clearer to us, at least.
Okay, I can do it.
Something to think about.
Okay,
but it may help.
Okay, I will. I'll work on it.
What you also might consider is information density. Whether it's
don't look at his screen in the background. Don't look at it.
The 30 one-word messages in Discord or a sparse image like this.
That's supposed to be redacted. You're not supposed to see that. That's intensive docs that have been presented.
I think there's some opportunity to improve how requirements are communicated. Now, let's talk about timelines.
What are those? What are those? What are those? What are those?
That is new tech.
No wonder why they get all the features done so fast.
Now, at the beginning, we had a very loose timeline. We worked through it very well, and things worked out pretty good.
Yeah, loose.
But
Loosey
as
goosey.
things have gone on, like most developers, I hate testing. And sometimes we get mere hours to test features before the show starts.
What do you mean?
And we don't want to be the gatekeepers of all that excitement. So maybe we give ourselves a little bit more buffer before we say things are going to go live.
Normally, look, here's how it normally works. Like, I'm not trying to dox you. I know Decoy, like, takes kids to school, and I'm like, hey, is this going to be live? He's like, yeah, but I'm at school right now. I'm like, yeah, so it's going to be live. He's like,
That would absolutely help. Now, let's go to our second to the last feedback. Everyone's favorite, the stand-up.
Yeah, the stand-up.
Dan, I don't think you've ever been on time to stand up.
Wrong, 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 wrong.
To me, in my mind, the way stand-ups were presented to me were that it was time for the devs to all get on the same page. Right? Like, Dan would 100% be fired as a project manager. Like, I didn't know I was required to attend them. It's never been translated to me in that fashion.
It's a lot of the time you just kind of show up randomly and you hit us with a freight train with some new crazy idea.
Well, here's what happened. I didn't know when the stand-ups were, so I was in the Discord and I saw everyone like talking. I'm like, oh, are they in a corner of a room talking about stuff? And like, let me just jump in there real quick. I didn't even know what was going on.
For a feature, you got to get better, man. We got to see you at stand-up. It's important. It's where we talk about stuff that's important. So just got to see a little more effort to be at stand-up on time, and I think you'll be all right.
I feel like this is as close to a real HR. I mean, this is real. Like, is this what they really feel like? Like, this is what I feel like. Yeah.
And we know you can do it, Dan, because we've seen you do it once. The time we invited Starsleep, you were the first one to stand up.
Why they like? It's one thing to go in and like come after me, but it's different to come after me when you have empirical data and evidence that backs up why you're going after me. You know, like at least you're just throwing stuff out there, like, yeah, I mean.
So, dig into whatever that motivation is, and I'm sure you'll be successful in the future. Now, let's move on to the final piece of feedback.
We're not done?
And that's related to Season 3.
No. Chat.
Do I often cringe while I'm watching? You better believe I do.
I'm waiting on Eddie.
Dan, let's talk a little bit about Season 3 for a moment.
Redacted. Redacted.
Metaverse.
Redacted.
Orange peel.
Redacted.
And Season 3 will maybe be a success.
Truer words have never been spoken. Well, Dan, they say feedback is a gift, and I hope you've enjoyed this bumpy cake of a gift. Now, there's no time for sign-offs or goodbyes because Decoy and I got to get back into the dev mines.
In all seriousness, congratulations on another great year. It's been an absolute blast to work on this project with you, even though I'm working an extra 20 hours a week and I never get to see my kids and I have to spend every waking moment in chat just in case a new feature comes across. I really wouldn't trade it for the world. Again, congrats on an amazing year, and thanks so much, Dan. We love you.
Yeah, that's chat. That's what they call satire. Chat, that's satire. That's satire. That doesn't. It's not how it works. That's satire. That's satire. What's Kyle's last name? Chat, what's Kyle's last name? I'd like to thank Kyle Chandler and Kat Sensei. Thank you for putting that together and not only, you know, exposing us, but
hey, Dan,
also bringing the receipts as well. With the exception of what Decoy said about working extra hours and like that maybe is it maybe I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, let's thank the devs for everything they do. Can we get some heart spam in chat? It's easy to get pogged up. Like when features like just kind of like magically show up. Like they just type one line of code in, like all this stuff, like green lights, that stuff just happens. I'm like, it's the best thing in the world. Thank you guys for your hard work. I appreciate it. One-lined? It's just $ green light equals true. All right, I think we're getting towards the tail end of this. Thank you guys for being here. This is from Mike Me, Dan and team. I really appreciate all the hard work goes in the show and the different things you do for the community. You make work less miserable and a source of happiness and laughter. Thanks for all you do, and everyone on the team does. Yo, thanks, Mike Me. Life's been stressful. I know I've been salty in chat. I look forward to the show every day. I literally wake up an hour early to see some dang pogs before I have to start working. Appreciate all the hard work. We enjoy it every day. Massive shout outs to the mods, editors, devs, and artists for dang packs.
Welcome, brand new.
It is clear there's a whole team working on it together. Labor of love. Anarod, thank you for the kind words. We have a wholesome review.mp3. Yeah, right. Wholesome. That's what this whole review's been.
Hey, Dan. Really glad that I'm able to provide this feedback. It is something that I've never seen before, and I am very excited to be a part of this.
Good. That excitement means positive feedback, like good stuff.
Going forward, I'm just going to speak right from the heart, and I'm going to say that...
Let's go.
Dang fist.
I can still remember my first day joining on the channel. You were in Elden Ring, I believe it was the Red Giant you were fighting.
Okay.
And during the middle of that fight...
Okay.
I commented for the first time.
Say you peace.
You welcomed me in first time, Marty, and...
Okay.
And, I still remember that you weren't able to roll the welcome mat yourself, but
Okay. Backhanded compliment.
I knew that you had the heart for me, for every other person in the channel, for your mods, and...
The pauses, please stop pausing. We want more pauses? I got you.
All I can say is that you provide high-class entertainment.
Thank you.
And that you uphold professionalism.
Dan, you're hard in my book. Dang heart.
And every day I come in here, I have a great time.
Yo, thank you.
I just want to say...
Yeah, what do you want to say? Taifu? You go ahead and say.
that you're doing fantastic.
Thank you. What else would you like to say?
And just keep doing what you're doing, man. You're doing a great job. So thank you. And I'll see you during your hire a fire.
Yo, is Taifu here? At Taifu? We want more pauses. Thanks for the kind words. Appreciate it. That was a surprise. All this is a surprise. I haven't seen any of this. Thanks, Taifu. Our final review comes from a special guest, thanks to Benson. Okay. Yo! What? Chad!
What's up there, Dan? What's happening? Michael sent me this. Said you do a yearly performance review for his show every year. His community, the 596, wants to let him know what he's doing a great job. And yeah, you're doing awesome, dude. They think you're doing great. Keep doing what you're doing. And I like your goals. Clean, positive, entertainment. That's money, dude. Put that on a cracker. Congratulations. Keep doing you, dude.
That's money, dude.
Positive entertainment. That's money, dude. Put that on a cracker. Congratulations. Keep doing you, dude.
That's money, dude.
Clean, positive entertainment. That's money, dude. Put that on a cracker. Congratulations. Keep doing you, dude.
Benson, you piece. It's him. It's really him. Time to change the intro. New soundboard incoming.
Doing what you're doing, and I like your goals. Clean, positive entertainment. That's money, dude. Put that on a cracker. Congratulations. Keep doing you, dude.
Yo, Benson. Hold on, can you VIP someone? Cameo is Insta VIP. Yo, thanks for doing. Yo, that's good soundboard. I appreciate it. Chat, do you think he watches? You think he watches? All right, chat. This is it. You have to make the final decision. Okay, let me bring you in here. H in chat to hire for another year. F in chat to fire. It all comes down to this. You've been presented the empirical data evidence from not only the community, but people who work behind the scenes, providing you accurate receipts, statements, and things I can't deny. Not to mention we've had a lawsuit. We got sued during this for lack of performance of a contract. And we've also been called to bring up 13 deliverables of assets you're waiting to receive. I have too many sealed packs to fire you. You were banned. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I can breathe. I can breathe for a half second now. 90%. Oh, I will say, look, I will say this. I'm happy to be rehired. I think last year was 98%. That's okay. You know, we can all get better. I've got some things I need to work on, clearly. I can promise you this. I can promise you this. I can't promise you anything. I promise you this. We will contabulate all the things that we were roasted on and work on them. Working on them. Look, you ever hear the saying, an inch is greater than a mile? Because you can't fit a whole mile in your mouth, but you can move an inch at a time. And we will continue to inch along on the way to progress.
Please get some dang packs spam in the
and to
chat.
cleaning up some of our what's a little brother? You can get a little bit. What I'm trying to say is every day you can get a little bit better, but in one day you can't get a lot better. So it's all about stacking the little days up so it becomes like a bigger one. clean rating has dropped. What do you mean? Yeah, we're gonna eat an elephant, one tusk at a time. It's good. All memes aside, chat.
Hired.
All memes aside, I'll tell you this. Tell you this, chat. This is legit. All memes aside, I promise you. All memes aside. Nope. Chat, I'm not stalling. I promise you, I'm not stalling. I'm not stalling. Chat, I'm not stalling. There we go. Okay, not stalling. Chat, I'm going to talk about a couple things. In all seriousness, I just had to get. We had to set the right timbre. The past year was definitely a landmark year on the show. You know, it seemed like, especially the past couple years, everything just keeps like growing and you know, becoming more and more fun. And I really appreciate the daily opportunities to be able to do this. Even with curveballs that are thrown our way, I appreciate all the support. You know, I know there's been a lot of twists and turns. Content has changed. You know, there's been some really big moments, like things that were unplanned for and unasked for. But it means a lot. I know we put a lot of hard work into the show and community, and it's not just a solo effort. You know, I really think like everything where we are now has been because of a lot of people. Okay, and first in particular, big thank you to all the mods. All the mods, you know, they're able to, as things have grown, like kind of a concern is like, hey, as things grow, do things get out of control? And I think it's been the opposite. So big thank you to all the mods. Truly appreciate it. The ones, you know, there's been a couple added this year have fit right in. So I really appreciate all the mods for doing this, because literally, like, we wouldn't be able to focus on doing the show without that, and helping to set the standard for that. So I really appreciate it. The back end team of PAX, you know, Decoy, Cat Sensei, Electric Onion, McNuggets, Furminator, all the hard work on PAX. You know, it's really cool to be able to see how far that's come, and in the future, you know, as we continue to work on the new things, I really appreciate that. I feel like that was been such a huge catalyst for how things have moved. And then the back end production team, you know, T Edits has been with the show forever, does a lot of audio work, the podcast. Rinny X does a tremendous work visually, doing a lot of doing all the trailers, all the YouTube videos, handles all that. And Malfina, who really took this performance review and did the whole thing. It was the first time I'm like, hey, do it, no direction, and it turned out great. And she handles like filling all the gaps and where I dropped the ball. So I really appreciate it. And of course, thank you. Look, I know things change. I know sometimes there's like what you expect on the show isn't what happens. But I appreciate the at-bats and all the support. You know, to be able to do this is, you know, it's the best job in the world. And even in the uncertainty, just know I'm always going to do my best to put on the best show I can for you daily. And I really appreciate it. So thank you guys for all the support and for doing what you guys do. With that being said, we're going to reestablish the fourth wall. And say I will see you guys on Monday.